What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Chelsea-Liverpool post-match reaction videos. Liverpool lost 3-1 to Chelsea in our first pre-season game basically for next season, but Liverpool are still Premier League champions. But we need to talk about the squad players, the fringe players, because Arne Slot will give a lot of playing time in these last 4 games for the players who didn't start regularly, and so far, apart from Endo, none of them have pulled up any trees, none of them have performed well. Endo had a great performance, a really good performance, but the others not so much. Kwanzaa also had some good plays, but he scored an own goal, which wasn't his fault. Van Dijk just smashed the ball into him, and he gave away a penalty, which again, not that much of his fault, because Szoboszlai's pass was really bad, but Curtis Jones had a terrible game. Harvey Elliott, this is not the kind of game that suits Harvey Elliott, because Chelsea are a big, strong, physical side in midfield, and Harvey Elliott is pretty small, and he's more suited to playing against teams who sit back with a low block, who are not aggressive in midfield, who don't press that much. And also Harvey Elliott is better as a substitute. And I think Arne Slot pretty much just justified his lack of rotation with this game. And the performance of the players who don't start regularly was just not good enough. And also the striker situation is hugely worrying. I mean, most people are slagging off Darwin Núñez, and rightfully so, because he had an awful season, just 7 goals. But Darwin Núñez's goals and assists per minute is 137 minutes. So Darwin Núñez gets a goal contribution every 137 minutes. Diogo Jota gets a goal or an assist every 151 minutes. So Jota gets even rarely a goal or an assist than Darwin Núñez, which shows that Jota is also having a terrible season. That was masked by, he had a pretty good first half of the season, then he got injured. But in the second half of the season, especially since his last injury, Jota has 2 goals in 20 games or something crazy like that, or 15 games, I'm not even sure, but it's really, really bad. So Liverpool, I wouldn't be actually very upset if we sold both Núñez and Jota and if we brought in Šeško and, I don't know, another striker. But yeah, I don't think Liverpool were gonna do that, but Liverpool definitely have a striker problem. And it's actually a huge achievement, and what a great achievement it is, that Liverpool won the title. We won the Premier League without a competent, reliable, really, really great striker. I'm not even saying a world-class striker, but a really, really consistent, great striker. Without that, Liverpool still won the league, mainly because of Mo Salah and him. He has had an absolutely outstanding season. Yes, in the last 6 or 7 games, Salah has tailored off a little bit, but Liverpool have pretty much won the league by that point that Salah went cold, and you can't expect Salah to just score or assist every game. I mean, Cole Palmer scored in the Premier League for the first time since January or something crazy like that. So Salah is allowed to have a quiet few games in a Liverpool shirt. Mainly Liverpool have won the league because of Mo Salah and Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo's goal contribution. And the rest of the attackers didn't pull up any trees, to say the least. And Liverpool will give these last few games to the likes of the bench, the fringe players, but so far they are off to an absolutely terrible start, and I feel sorry a little bit for these fringe players, because Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, and not Curtis Jones that much, but Harvey Elliott, Kwanzaa and Endo, they have to start against Chelsea with not much rhythm in their legs, with not much game time. Chiesa came on for the last 10 minutes, and that's great news, because now officially Chiesa will get a Premier League winners medal, so I'm really happy for him. But it's really baffling why Chiesa isn't getting more minutes. Maybe Arne Slot sees him in training and thinks he wouldn't handle the physicality of the Premier League, which sometimes it was a concern that, like, again, the Chelsea players just bullied Chiesa physically, and maybe Liverpool are just putting Chiesa in this long like training gym program where Chiesa will bulk up and put more muscle on, and we will unleash Chiesa on the Premier League next season. That could be a plan that was rumored to be the plan. But look at the players that Liverpool have: Tsimikas, Kwanzaa, Endo, Conor Bradley, Robertson, Joe Gomez, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones. How many of them would be regular starters at the other top 10 clubs in Europe? So at Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, at Inter, at Bayern Munich or Bayer Leverkusen. Would any of these players get regular minutes? Maybe as squad players, yes, but Liverpool can definitely upgrade on these. And if we sign a great left back, if we sign a great right back, and if we sign a great striker, then already Liverpool made huge steps to improve their squad. But this just made Arne Slot's job a lot easier, because he can go up to Richard Hughes and say, see these squad players that I am working with, like, give me better ones. Give me upgrades so I can play them more, I can trust them more, because next season, sooner or later, some of Liverpool's starters will burn out. You can't use 12, 13 players throughout the whole season without sacrificing a lot. And this is why Liverpool have gone out of the FA Cup, because our second team lost to a team, Plymouth, who got relegated from the Championship, I heard. And this is why we went out of the Champions League, maybe, because Liverpool's fringe players, when Salah was marked out of the game by PSG, nobody else stepped up to score. Just one goal at home would have been enough to knock PSG out. And also Liverpool need to absolutely improve the squad, and I really hope that FSG will absolutely back Arne Slot to the maximum. We need to have at least £100 million net spend. So if we sell players for 100 million, we need to spend 200 million. And it's not as much about spending the money, it's about spending it wisely, of course. But Liverpool have had like 2 transfer windows where we actually earned more money from player sales than what we spent on transfers. So FSG really need to push the boat out for Arne Slot, because Arne Slot absolutely deserves it. He won the Premier League in his first season with basically a really good first team, really great starting 11, and pretty mediocre bench players. And you could see it today. I mean, Chelsea weren't that great, but they cut through Liverpool in the first 5 minutes. With their first attack they scored. Enzo Fernandez had the freedom of the box to take it down after a low cross and to score past Alisson. But then Liverpool created quite a few really good chances in the first half. We just couldn't take them, but we didn't create that many clear-cut chances where you were screaming for Liverpool players to score. And Chelsea didn't have to do something really special to see out Liverpool. And then in the second half, that very unlucky own goal happens. Van Dijk should just boot it very high up in the air, but he boots it straight into Kwanzaa after a great block almost on the line by Wataruendo to prevent Cole Palmer's cross. By the way, Tsimikas was absolutely roasted time and time again by Madueke and Cole Palmer. So I hope Tsimikas will be sold and we sign a better left back. Milos Kerkez would be absolutely brilliant. And then, after that own goal, Liverpool actually woke up and started, producing some chances. Darwin Núñez again missed an absolute shocking header by Darwin Núñez, which is from 5 yards out, instead of hitting the target, he heads it 10 yards wide of the goal. I mean, I had it with Darwin Núñez. I was his biggest fan for 2 years, but now I just want him gone. And I want a competent, consistent striker who actually takes a lot of his chances, not all of it, because there are no strikers, and I'm not even expecting Mo Salah numbers. I just expect a striker with the amount of chances that a Liverpool striker gets in this team to just score 20 goals and get maybe 5 to 10 assists. that wouldn't be too much in my opinion, because a half decent striker would get 15 to 20 goals up front for Liverpool. I really mean it. And then, you know, Liverpool also, after being 2-1 down, after the brilliant header by Van Dijk, McAllister came on and Szoboszlai came on a little bit late for my liking. I would have brought them on when Darwin Núñez and Conor Bradley came on in the 56th minute. Anyway, we are champions, so I'm not too bothered, but McAllister puts it a brilliant cross, great corner, Van Dijk scores. And then he celebrates like champions and blows a kiss to the Liverpool fans. By the way, Liverpool away end was absolutely brilliant, celebrating the whole game. And even when Chelsea scored the third one, which was a bad pass by Curtis Jones, then another bad pass by Szoboszlai, McAllister doesn't react. I think the ball was meant for McAllister. Instead, Kwanzaa steps in, but the Chelsea player falls over Kwanzaa's leg. It's a penalty. Cole Palmer scores. It's an absolute gift, and the scoreline really flatters Chelsea, I think, because maybe a 2-1 would have been a more fair scoreline. Even a draw would have been a fair result if Liverpool take one more of their chances. I mean, we had some really, really good chances as well. Chelsea hit the bar twice. One was kind of an accident from a cross which lands on the top of the bar, and the other one was great play by Cole Palmer, and he hits the post from a very tight angle. But yeah, overall, Liverpool probably deserved to lose. And now Arne Slot can just go to Richard Hughes and tell him, see what the kind of squad players I have, just get me better ones. And then we will have a better chance of attacking all the competitions. Because until Liverpool improve their bench and their reserve players, we can't expect Liverpool to challenge on multiple fronts. The Premier League will always be the most important, and the Champions League as well. But in the League Cup and in the FA Cup, especially in the early rounds, you need really good squad players to get through those rounds. So then you have a chance to win those trophies. I'm not too bothered about those, but still, when we get some injuries, the squad players need to be better. That's the bottom line, and that's my verdict for this game. But still, Liverpool are Premier League champions, but we can't play like this against Arsenal. But at Anfield, with the home crowd there, I really expect Liverpool to be much, much better. And I mean, Harvey Elliott, Kwanzaa, Endo, Jones, Jota, Núñez, they need to take a good, long, hard look at themselves, and Tsimikas as well, and improve their performances. Otherwise, most of them will be sold, because this is not good enough. This is not good enough for a Liverpool player standard. And I'm saying this because, I really want some of them to stay. I want Harvey Elliott to stay, but if he doesn't improve his performances, he might be sold. Who knows? Let's wait and see. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.